sit here and chinwag for the minute until I've done the sound check.
Your dramas.
And then we've got 1 minute till we start. This could be fun.
This is the upcoming one, yeah?
Yeah, it'll go live any second. It's gone live now.
It's gone live. Let me...
You having fun talking to yourself there?
Yeah, it's great. I'd highly recommend. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all that. Today we are doing a watch along to the Workington documentary for the Defying the Odds documentary, they've called it. And yeah, it's just the story of their season. It's 20 minutes long. You will be able to hear it, but you won't be able to see it. Which, well, you could go and watch it if you really want on the Workington YouTube page. If you haven't already seen it, that is, because it has been out 2 weeks. Me and Dill are just too lazy to go and watch it.
Until now.
Until now.
Something a bit different.
Innit? Oh.
And then
well,
we'll give our review at the end of it. What we've it has copped a little bit of criticism in it.
It's just nice to see something different in it, though. Really.
Yes.
If you want some breaking news, Tobias Thompson's just been announced by Paul.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Just as, we was talking about
just
it.
Just as we were talking about it about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's been announced.
Which is good news. It's good to see a rider so entertaining like that staying around in the British Speedway.
He's earned his spot there, if you ask me.
Yeah, he definitely has.
So we'll crack on with watching this. This is 19 minutes 58 seconds of our lives. We may never get back.
Well, we won't ever get back. It's just whether it'll be a well spent or a not well spent 19 minutes.
Let's go.
Footage and narration not featured in chronological order. Glad they pointed that part out for us.
It'll be interesting here and some interesting faces. Hopefully everybody's got something to prove.
It was an interesting team that they built, weren't it?
It was, to be fair. They did well for the team that they'd built.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously injuries played a part towards the end of the season as well.
Oh, massively. Defying the odds. Not that there was any odds to defy.
Oh, they had bigger crowds than that there, though.
He looked happy.
Does look a really... You've obviously been there before. I haven't been there yet, but it does look a good track.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant little setup there. Red car, the 12th of April.
He looked happy. Is this the one that Danny King crashed in and pretty much knackered his season up?
I don't know.
In the team, and it's not just obviously we've got 3 big hitters, me, Batch, Klaus, but then we've got the 2 newbies there.
Klaus really is a big hitter, Craig.
Big whopper, more like.
Sublime. quality, and credit to the management for picking them out. You know, I can't sing their praises enough. I'm in a lot better place this year. I'd like to thank everybody that's helped me get there. Obviously, working.
And you've got to imagine that.
Massive thank you.
Is it tapes up that do red car? You know, there's got to be some kind of collaboration for them to have got this footage as well. So it's good to see all the media outlets all working together.
I think Tips Up do footage from Workington as well.
Oh, okay. Would be nice to see Workington start to stream, to be fair.
I mean, it might happen in the future.
The guys are a pleasure to work with. We've hit form at the right time. It's been a really good start to the year, and it's a lot different to last year, but we've seen some really good racing around here.
Of course it was different to the year before, because that was when you was in the Babby League. It's not hard to work the difference out, Bush.
Glasgow losing, things you love to see.
Yes.
Just trying to build on the confidence. Obviously, it's early days. Can't praise the team enough. They're all doing fantastic, and there's still more to come from all of us.
Do you reckon Craig Cook couldn't praise the team enough?
It's so strange watching this now, knowing that Craig Cook's left and he's going to Berwick.
It is, isn't it?
That was a surprise.
It was.
Workington and their track have definitely been a welcome return to British Speedway, though. Hopefully one day they'll, you know, if they get floodlights and stuff put in, they'd be able to move up to the Premiership, but then obviously that entails its own problems, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Workington's always traditionally been Saturday race
That's
night, so
the
I don't
problem,
think
yeah.
Premiership would work.
That track could definitely be a welcome addition to the top league, though.
Oh, massively.
I think it's sort of on par with your red cars and your Bellevues. I think it's a really, really good track, and it has the potential. I know it took a bit of time to bed in, but
Yeah, it's one of the best tracks I've been to visit.
yeah. Don't tell Fan Power, he'll manage to rip it apart some way or another. And in our dafters last week, we voted Tajiski and Craig Cook as the pairing of the season, and quite apropos, they're on a 5-1 in this video more often than not.
We can carry the team, and
Exactly.
the rest of the team speak for himself.
I will give my best to score points.
Selena Liebman, that was an interesting signing, weren't it?
England is one of the best things that
Oh.
because,
It didn't work out, but it was
in Germany there
It was
just
something.
they gave her the opportunity, and they stuck with her a lot longer than probably a lot of teams would have.
That's the only way I can get
Oh,
right.
sorry, go on, lad.
You know, the tracks are so different. Like
D&D
EMF,
Media sponsored.
You can learn a lot and improve.
Yes. Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh, Winchester, cover your eyes now, son.
Do you know what I love?
What?
They've
Plymouth.
put Plymouth on and gone on to funeral music at the same time.
It was amazing. We've had 4 riders, brand new to the league this year.
And that was one of the very few times you saw Dan Thompson get beat around Plymouth this year.
It didn't happen very often,
Didn't happen
did it?
a lot, no.
Anti-view last races with his glasses on.
Peter Carlson used to do that. I wouldn't want to. I'd be more worried about a glass going in my eyes if I crashed.
That's what I'd be worried about.
Couldn't have asked anything more of them. I mean, Plymouth put up a big fight, but I mean, credit to the Plymouth.
You have to give a bit of credit as well, I suppose, to Workington for sticking with Sam McGurk, who, let's be honest, had a difficult season.
Yeah, with all the 2-point riders out there, he was the one that it just didn't work for, wasn't it?
Tis a beautiful track, that.
It's a beautiful little setup, right in the middle of nowhere as well.
Right by the seaside where it's lovely and cold.
Oh yeah, you need a few, like where we went, it was in the summer. And you needed a few layers on.
Christ knows what it'll be like this time of year then.
I dread to think.
You're just enjoying it, and you don't need to be so much thinking about if you end up in the fence.
What a debut season for Antivulas as well. Winning the Premiership with Bellevue, playoffs with Workington.
Not a bad debut season, is it?
No.
The riders were looking for
And he's
this
back with
season.
them again
Yes.
next year.
Really even
He is. And a deal that very nearly didn't happen.
Bloody hell, they're big earmuffs.
I think the playoffs would be a great achievement.
I can't say I've got some exactly the same.
Always expecting quite a lot before the season and where you would like to be, but at least I've noticed that there's a lot of things still to learn and things I haven't ever think about, and now I know more about
Strawberry
where to
jam.
focus and
Legend.
What a podium that is. Look at the international experience on that podium.
2 GP stars and antivirus. I mean, the last.
It's James Zishki in a way, mini Darcy Ward.
He certainly looks like him on a bike. You can see it's rubbed off on him, and Darcy's done a fantastic job with him. And he keeps him down to earth, keeps him level-headed, and then that's what you want.
Tajishki had really started well, hadn't he? And then,
Yeah.
you know, went to Bellevue, got injured, and that was all she wrote for his season.
It's going to be some good racing. I'm pretty sure it's going to it's an unreal track.
Mhm.
It's a big coup for them to get him back as well.
Massive. He will become a heat leader next season.
Absolutely, yeah.
2015, I first got my first 125 Speedway bike, junior bike, and it wasn't a real good one, but it got me started, and yeah, got me going. Ivor, BRDS Racing, gave me a bike, like just come and have a practice on his bikes, and they're really good bikes, and yeah, loved it, went pretty good, so yeah, I've been with him ever since.
Here he comes, straight round the outside, and not many
Straight
people
round.
do that to, to Scotty Nichols, Cameron Heaps, riders like that this season.
Yeah. No, they've had a really good year.
And he pulled away really easily as well.
Massively.
And then that happened.
That, yeah.
And that sounded
ma-
like a really horrible crash.
Did you not see it?
I ain't saw the footage. I
They,
know the injuries he got after it.
I remember I was on holiday. I was away from my dad's wedding, and they showed it on the meeting that they had on Eurosport. I think it was Oxford Sheffield, and they showed the crash at the end. It was absolutely horrible. Big up Dougster going to see him. What a boy.
What a legend. And the fact he's now back on his bike, or you know, he's racing in Australia again now.
Mental, that.
It is.
Absolutely mental.
They never replaced him either, did they? Really? They just used guests for the rest of the
He
season.
was guest.
Yeah.
A month later, and he was back walking.
And announcing himself as coming back to Workington next year.
Tate, lovely afternoon.
Is that Roy? What's his name?
I've heard a rumour you're leaving
Roy Clark.
That's the fella.
Is that right?
Don't he do red car as well? Or was it Newcastle he
does.
did?
He used to do Newcastle as well.
Oh, okay.
It must be difficult for you in a way leaving the Workington setup because you've been such a part of it this season, and I know you're still doing a lot of work in the pits.
Yeah, I've loved it. This has been a great season. It's a really good start for me, and yeah, I'm really looking
Bring
forward
back the
to
sun,
what it brings.
not this -2 we've got at the moment.
My career.
Yeah, sun looks nice up there, doesn't it?
Does, doesn't
You
it?
mentioned it there. We may as well come to that. What is the future of Tate Zishki?
So yeah, I'll be riding for working in 2025. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Z-Man is back next year!
He was very happy, weren't he?
Yeah, just a bit.
Some of these tracks we've been going
I think that
around,
was the only team change they made, weren't it? Paul Stark coming in for Selena.
Tate struggled. We just needed
I believe it was, yeah.
Who've got the experience.
And it worked out well because he did find his form riding for Workington.
And
He did.
he give 110%.
He did. He probably proved to be their key sign of the second half of the season.
Yeah, it was a shrewd signing to say the least.
Good track, good venue, you know, friendly people. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And he has had a bit of bad luck, any Starkey, with losing team spots.
Surface as well.
Yeah, 100% now.
And it's difficult to stay motivated when you keep getting sacked for, you know, from every job you get, really.
Well, it is, yeah.
God, that's a big old track.
We'll see what we can do tonight.
Massive.
What we need to do, and we'll do our best over the next few meetings. But I'm confident in these 7 guys, and I'm sure we'll be in there.
Ah, it's Eric Riss, isn't it?
It is.
Took a second then. Is this the meeting that Workington won?
I believe it was the
nicked it.
infamous Troy Bachelor
Yeah,
F-bomb.
yeah. I don't think I've seen this meeting, I'll be honest.
The guys have dug deep tonight. Troy's been fantastic, like he has been all year.
Didn't he go for the card batch?
He did.
We need to gel the team together, and
Make it well known on the TV that you absolutely hate the place, and then you go out and just get a maximum.
It's a good job he went for the card. I bet he got a nice hefty fine after that, the F-bomb he dropped. And saying how
Oh,
much
I'd
he hated
imagine it will have done.
Yeah.
Carnage.
Car park there, mate. So Trigger guessed him for Scunny in that shot.
It was. Never again.
And this is what Bachelor can do when he's on it, and you know, he showed it for Workington this year. He can score really, really well when he puts his mind to it. Or you can have the Bachelor that carnage. You can have the Bachelor that turned up at the Pairs at Oxford last year for Birmingham and just did wheelies all over the gaff.
That wasn't the best batch, was it?
No.
Oh, I recognise that place. Looks familiar.
when you lose one of your middle riders.
Nah, don't know where it is. Would it be that place that some fella likes to call dangerous and suicidal?
Yeah.
And it is remarkable that, you know, Workington ultimately did get destroyed by Poole in the semi-final, but to even make it with the injury issues they had and, you know, only one team change all year.
They got it.
Oh, garbage!
Pits there, pal.
That was Tobias Thompson, weren't it? He
That
did
was
like ended
Tobias,
up on
yeah.
his bum, didn't
Yeah, but he always did it entertainingly.
he? Oh yeah.
What are the fans first?
If we miss out, we miss out. If we get in, fantastic. But I mean, at the start of the year, everyone thought we were going to finish across the bottom.
I can't remember who that club were that Workington put out of the playoffs.
Oh, who was it? Who was it now?
I can't remember. I think they were from up north.
Sure, there was a Scottish club, and it wasn't quite Edinburgh.
They did have an Edinburgh rider riding for Workington that night though.
Yes, they did.
And he definitely had a point to prove against his next door neighbours.
He certainly proved said point.
He did. Didn't he go for the card?
Probably.
I'm sure he went for the card. It was only against Plymouth, to be fair, but
Despite injuries, Comets beat Plymouth. Everybody beat Plymouth, Bush.
Have you got anything you want to say to them people now?
Who's laughing now? We always said there was risk, but
are you not entertained?
points average, isn't it? Points on the average. But Troy, he's been the sign of the season. Last night was fantastic. Greg Carr, fantastic. Pulls it out of the bag.
He's still got the, you know, because obviously it's easy to forget Batch was a GP rider for years, and he, you know, you don't lose that talent, do you?
No.
I can't really say enough.
And he does look settled. I'd imagine, we don't obviously know yet, but I'd imagine Bachelor will be Workington's #1 next year.
you'd imagine so.
Oh, the palm tree weren't injured for that one.
Fantastic job.
Makes a change.
Every race here is worth watching, worth paying for.
There were so many kick clashes with team suits this year, though.
Really, on hindsight, you've got nothing to be dejected about because at the start of the season, everybody wrote the comments off. Said there was
I think we wrote the comments off in our predictions, to be fair.
So that is one thing to look at.
I think we did.
Obviously, you
They
want to
proved us wrong.
Didn't they
We wanted
just?
to win at home at least. We knew it was going to be tough. The guests we've had all year have been fantastic. They've done their job.
Boo.
It's been good.
Ruining a documentary. How very daring.
110%
And then his dad gets involved.
Poor Cruz.
Well, on behalf of myself and just all the fans here and all the
That jacket needs to go in the washing machine.
It's been an absolutely brilliant one, and hopefully he has to
Definitely.
season and bigger, better things for the Comets.
No, thanks, Ryan. Thanks to the supporters and fans and our sponsors. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And it's been a cracking year. Shame it ended like this, but hey, we'll come back. We'll come back again, and we'll be even stronger next time.
Will you really?
Give us that sun back, not the snow that we've got outside at the moment.
Oh yeah, we don't like the store.
Not until it's Christmas.
No.
'Tis a nice track, that.
Beautiful. Really is.
It's in the middle of nowhere, but you've got the coast right nearby, and yeah, there's
So if there's
plenty.
somebody there that you absolutely hate, you could just attitude adjust them into the into the ocean.
I'm sure there's laws against that. See,
yeah, but you go
Auntie
like, down
Viewlass
the
found
hill.
that funny.
So you know looks constipated there.
Paul Stark turned out to be a very good signing for Workington, didn't he? I think that almost that was a catalyst for them making the playoffs.
Workington have even more ambition. They've just signed Jai Etheridge.
Although they have signed one of the most entertaining up and coming youngsters in British Speedway as well.
I can't remember who they've signed now.
Speedy VD.
Oh, him, yeah, I forgot he's got there. D&D Media's hopefully own.
Right, now let's give a little bit of thoughts on that, shall we? What did you think of that? See, that's copped a fair bit of criticism, but I quite enjoyed that.
It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was great.
It was a bit short, you know, for something like that to fit a full season sort of reviewing. You needed to be sort of 45 minutes to an hour to look in depth. It was a lot of the same shots and stuff.
It was. I mean, if you was just there to just sort of listen to it like a podcast kind of thing, perfect.
Yeah.
But when you're there and you have to like watch it, it's not great.
No, it could have been better. But again, they took the initiative and tried something different, and it's got people talking, whether positive or negative. It's definitely got people talking.
But to be fair, for me, that's not done the club any harm.
I bet it didn't cost a lot. They've got a company working with them, so I bet it didn't cost much. So it's it's nothing gained as such, but nothing lost either.
The best thing they could try to do is hire the people that Glasgow had in 2019.
I remember that one, yeah. Yeah, it was quite good. Was it Red something media?
In the Red.
Silly. In the Red.
In the Red.
Yeah, that was good.
There
Shame it was
a
Glasgow.
There was a nice little bit in there. Never forget.
Was that when Scunny
other
won
than-
at Glasgow?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, like you say, nothing gained, nothing lost. You know, it's done them no harm. It's probably not cost a lot to put together either.
Sure.
It's stuff that you wouldn't necessarily. Although it's not really, is it? There's no behind the scenes. I'd rather something like that if it was behind the scenes stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, stuff that you don't see as a fan. Obviously, you've worked behind the scenes at Scunny. I do stuff at Birmingham now. We see that, but you know, your general supporter won't.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was alright. It was only sort of 20 minutes. You know, it wasn't the biggest waste of 20 minutes. I've definitely wasted 20 minutes worse than that.
Yeah. So have I, to be fair.
So, what we got coming up. Monday the 2nd, we're doing a chin wag with Andy Dugmore to talk about Birmingham's 2024 and look ahead to 2025. So that'll be fun.
And then 10 days after that, on the 12th, we've got one with Paul Wheeler.
We have, yeah. I'm glad you've got that written down because I'd forgot about that one. That'll be done on here live. There will be interviews with our sponsored riders coming up. They'll be pre-recorded and put out at a later date.
And again, we still don't quite know what we're doing yet, but the 18th of December, we will do some form of Christmas video.
Yeah. And
Hopefully
Alan will be
karaoke
involved in that because Alan looks like Santa Claus.
Hopefully, it might just be karaoke with a slightly intoxicated Al.
Because Alan drunk is so funny.
Yes, it is.
I think at some point we'll probably want to be doing a look at the signings so far, what teams have used, what teams have got left. Maybe next week sometime. I don't know, we'll have a look into that.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll be able to figure something out.
Because a lot of teams, obviously, a couple of Premiership teams are complete. The signings coming tomorrow from Plymouth. Leicester will be. Scotty potentially.
Workingtons come forward with an announcer saying something in the morning.
And Tobias Thompson has signed for Poole again tonight, which, you know, the Poole fans weren't very happy about losing Vinnie Ford, but they will be happy about retaining Tobias Thompson, who got himself a nice fine for pissing off the Oxford fans on the BSN stream. What a boy.
What a legend.
But yeah, we will have something where we'll sort of have a look in depth of what teams have used, signings, what there's left, stuff like that at some point soon.
Yeah, 100%. Keep your eye on the D&D Media Facebook page, and as soon as we know a date for whatever we're doing, we might just bash it out for you.
Very generous. We are very generous people.
We are really, aren't we?
It keeps us entertained through the off-season, doesn't it?
Well, that's it. I mean, it's been, 2 months now in the off-season?
Feels so much longer.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So with that, we'll wrap it up for tonight. That was alright. It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
No.
But if you've got 20 minutes spare, or you just want to listen to people talk about Workington for 20 minutes, you go do it.
Yeah.
Put the documentary on. But I believe that wraps us up for the evening.
Do you wanna bid the farewells?
So massive shout out to anyone that decided to join us this evening. As I say, we probably will be doing a video next week on signings and everything. So keep your eye on D&D Media's Facebook page for that. Till then, though, I bid you a very good night.